how to figure out if your side hustle isn't worth your time. The reason why I bring this up is because your time is very valuable. Now, I actually used to always say the opposite, and I actually believe it. I know you're going, wait a minute, hold on. You just said your time is valuable and then it's not valuable. Well, when I needed money, I didn't care how much time it took me to make the money. I needed the money. So I worked long hours for a little bit of pay. And then I eventually built up a savings account and turned that savings account into more than I needed for my savings. I made a secondary investment account. I started to invest. I started businesses, side hustles, and made so much money that all of a sudden my time was worth a lot of money. But a lot of people spin their wheels when it comes to their side hustles. And I'm going to show you how to determine if your side hustle is worth your time. So let me throw out an example. Me and my best friend started selling trailers and we had a blast. We started with $500. And within 1 month, or no, let me stop there. Our goal was to take the $500 and invest it in flip trailers to where we were making an extra $500 each month. Well, in the first 30 days, we made $5,000. Things were going great. We were a great team. And from there, within 1 year, we turned $500 into over $100,000 cash. I know what you're thinking. This is amazing, right? Well, we had to sit there and figure out how much our time was worth. And I'm going to use this example because this example worked really well. And then I'm going to tell you about one that worked really poorly, okay? And then put yourself in my shoes, or then maybe in your own shoes to see if you are just spinning your wheels. So going back to the trailers, we made $100,000 in a year. What I did one day is I figured out how many days him and I work at acquiring the trailers, so, finding them online, going and getting them, fixing them up, listing them, and then delivering them. And we figured we were working about X amount of hours a week. I did the math and looked at our profit, divided the time into our profit, and we were making between $400 and $500 an hour while we were working. The fact of the matter is we weren't working that hard and we really enjoyed it, quite frankly. We were hanging out, best friends, making money, having sort of an adventure on the road, and we were making massive money. We're like, holy cow, it's like what an attorney charges per hour. So that side gig was definitely worth our time, right? Because where else you can make $400 or $500 an hour? And quite frankly, because we were only working about 10 to maybe 15 hours a week, we were crushing it. And all we had to do to make more money was work more. We just had to go buy more trailers. Well, here's the flip side. I started a construction cleanup business once, and my father helped me just to get it off the ground. And what I did is I wanted to just go and clean up construction sites, keep them all nice and clean and tidy. So not only was it safer for the employees, but also the clients would really be happy with the contractors. Well, everything worked out great for the first handful of jobs because they're all cleaning construction sites, right? Dust and sawdust, picking up scrap lumber. But then there was not enough work. So I started cleaning people's homes, and that was gross. That was disgusting. I didn't even want to be there. And I looked back on my time after all of the finding jobs, going and cleaning disgusting things and cleaning up my equipment. I was finding that I was making less money doing that than if I was just going and working overtime at my 9-to-5 job as a firefighter. And I thought to myself, this isn't worth it. And see, that's the most important thing. You need to sit down, calculate how much profit you make on a monthly basis, and then be realistic with how many hours you've worked. You divide those hours into the profit, come up with an hourly number, and you may be shocked. Unless there's some amazing write-offs with what you're doing, you may need to really question if this is the side hustle for you. Because quite frankly, especially a side hustle that takes 40 hours a week, 50 hours, it's like your full-time job that you're working on top of another job. You got to start thinking like, is this right for me? And then what you start to do is you start to explore other avenues of making money. And then you have to guess at first, but you can also estimate, right, how much you'd be making in there. And it all comes down to your per hourly wage, how much you are bringing in for every hour that you are putting any mental or physical effort into this job. And I think it's very important that people need to see that. Like I said, I was crushing it in trailers, but I wasn't crushing it in the cleaning, the construction or home cleaning business. And it really wasn't what I liked. So then I simply pivoted. I've had over 21 side hustles. As a matter of fact, I teach a course on it. I'll put a discount link down below to save you the most money that I've done on this course. But I bring people from starting their garage sale, how to go and find all the junk you never used to sell it, to come up with the money to start your first side hustle. And it takes you all the way to starting your first LLC or corporation. I really want to instruct and teach people how to make the most money. But one of those lessons in there is how to pivot and why you'd pivot from your side hustle. And this is just one explanation. It goes into more in-depth detail there, but I hope you got something. Put down in the comment section what side hustle you want to do or what side hustle you're doing right now. Does it work for you? Does it not? And then help other people. As you share your good information, you're going to get that good information back.